I'm Sarah. Welcome to my bookshelf. Today I want to tell you about 3 of my favorite classic books. Classics can really be absorbing. They can give you a new perspective on things, especially if they were written a really long time ago. So the first book I want to talk about is Paradise Lost by John Milton. This is an epic poem. So it's written in free verse. It doesn't rhyme, but it is written in poetic language. It's beautifully written. It tells the story of Adam and Eve that many of us are familiar with from the Bible, but Milton fills in a lot of details about the characters. He tells about the battle in heaven when Satan tries to overthrow God, and then Satan is thrown out of heaven. It's very dramatic, really interesting how Milton deals with the character of Satan. So definitely give this a try, especially if you like maybe Shakespeare. The language I think is not that hard to understand. If you have some notes like a glossary, it can help you with those words you're not totally sure about. The second book that I love is Moby Dick by Herman Melville. I recommend the audiobook, which is available on Hoopla. The narrator gives different voices for all the characters. It really brings it to life, and it's actually a really funny book. I think the character of Queequeg is really funny. He's a Native American who befriends the narrator, known as Ishmael, and they both join the whale ship Pequod. The captain is named Ahab, and Ahab is a maniac. He's obsessed with finding the white whale, Moby Dick, of the title, and he will stop at nothing to catch the whale. So it's very exciting as Ahab just gets crazier and crazier. The audiobook also helps for some of the parts that maybe are a little hard to get through. There's a lot about details about whaling and whales. If you're a science kind of person, you might find this really interesting. I found it easier to get through those in the audiobook when I could just listen. Audiobooks are a great way to try out classics because they give you a little more information with the way that the reader is telling you the story. And then finally, I want to talk about The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky. It's one of my favorite books. It's a really deep philosophical book. The characters have a lot of debates between them about morality, human nature, faith. There is a murder, so there is some excitement and some mystery, but there's a lot more to it. It's a really deep book. Take your time, read it, enjoy it. For all of these books, if you can find, some notes online, it might help you with the more difficult parts. They're, again, definitely worth reading. So I'd love to hear what your favorite classics are. If you've read any of these, what you think. Do you want to give them a try? Yeah, let me know. I hope to hear from you, and just keep reading.